want our viewers to look at something interesting. In our word cloud with this interim budget dashboard, we tried to analyze the words that were used by the finance minister. Tax, of course, made a mention, which was at the highest to about 51 times, but development, 28 times. States, respectively, that were mentioned were about 27 times. Economy, 22. Now, green investment also found with energy about 16 to 15 times of mention. This word cloud helps you understand with the words used in the budget speech earlier as well. I'm talking about 23-24, that the mentions made also helps us analyze the focus of the government here. With agriculture, that was mentioned about 25 times let's take a look at energy, that was at 14, and customs and bank about 20 to 21 times. And this helps us try to understand, Sakshi, isn't it, that there may have been, of course, different focus for the government, but when it comes to directly telling the people that we are a government that cares for you, we are bringing in budget announcements that will help you, that do you think the focus may not be, as I'm expecting right now, to the big, large corporations, but to at least send out a message that it is the people that this government stands for? How do you think this budget is going to be?
Absolutely, Pooja. So there are going to be four clear focus as per me. This has been indicated by the finance minister in her earlier speeches at some of the colleges in India. She said the budgets will need to focus clearly on four key pillars. One will be poor. The other one will be farmer, the third one will be the youth of the country, and the fourth will be the women of the country. You also saw Prime Minister Narendra Modi and President Draupadi Murmu having already set the tone of the budget session, making it clear that Nari Shakti will be the primary focus this time around. So clearly, and as Aishwarya was also pointing out, there is something that could be in the offing for you and I, and for the large part of the women population of the country. And in fact, there is a slight talk of that there could be some sort of a direct benefit transfer that could be in the offing, just like it is for the farmers community, even for the women of the country as well, even though the economists do point out that that could put in added on pressure on the fiscal consolidation roadmap. So will the government really tilt that way? How will the government really walk that tightrope is something that we will need to watch out for. But clearly, we need to push large part of the women population to a large part of our working population as well. So some sorts of incentivization, maybe for childcare, could also be in the offing that could push more and more women into the workforce and get the economy rolling as well, is something that I will be looking out at.
Very interesting. But remember, this government has also tried to push for a slogan, which is the ease of business.
Yeah.
And that ease of business means that there will have to be entrepreneurs, industrialists who see that this government ensures that they get the sort of assistance with regard to budget. Will that happen? Here are what the entrepreneurs of this country have to say.
हमारी लास्ट 2 साल से डिमांड है कि ऑनलाइन ऑक्शन में 2% लेवी लगती है. जो दुनिया ना देशों में ऑफिस नहीं है, इंडिया में है, तो एक ऑफिस इंडिया में ऑफिस है, वो उसको 2% ज़्यादा लगता है, तो उसको रफ महंगी होती है 2% के लिए. तो उसका पॉलिश तैयार होता है तो 5 से 7% प्लस आता है. तो छोटे यूनिट चलाने वाले को बहुत दिक्कत आती है. तो 2% लेवी नाबूद होनी चाहिए वो बजट में, ऐसी हमारी मांग है.
जो बजट आ रहा है उसके अंदर ज्वेलर्स मित्रों की यही मांग है. जो इंपोर्ट ड्यूटी है 12.5%, उसको कम से कम 6% कर देवे. और जो जीएसटी हमारे ऊपर लगता है ऑर्नामेंट के ऊपर 3%, उसका हमारा डिमांड ऐसा है कि 1.5% हो जाए. 1 या 1.5% होवे तो अच्छा है, ताकि हम शांति से धंधा कर सके.
ये बजट में हमारी हित होना चाहिए. हम कारीगर भाइयों का लकड़ी हम लोगों को सस्ता मिलना चाहिए. और जो पहले लकड़ी थी कोरैया की, वो भी ये बजट में आवे. जो जिस पे बैंड लगा हुआ है वो हटे.
विकसित भारत 2047 तक बनने के लिए हमारी जो आर्थिक ग्रोथ रेट है, जो करीब 6-7% चल रही है, उसे हमें 8-9% तक लाना होगा. तो बजट एक खास मौका होता है सरकार के पास कि जो अपनी जो ग्रोथ रेट है उसको हाई करने के लिए जो सरकार के पास टूल्स हैं वो बजट के टाइम में कुछ पॉलिसीज और कुछ बजट एलोकेशन के थ्रू वो किया जा सकता है। तो हमारी उम्मीद यही है कि जहां तक गरीबों के कल्याण के लिए स्कीम चल रही है उसका वो अपनी जगह है, लेकिन आर्थिक ग्रोथ को बढ़ाने के लिए कुछ 3-4 कदम सरकार उठा सकती है और हमें पूरी उम्मीद है कि उस दिशा में आगे काम होगा।
So whether it is the diamond jeweler or the toy industry trader, they clearly have expectations, and which one is ease of business for them to flourish and contribute not just for their companies and organizations but for the country as well. But when we talk of country, we also talk of national security. This government's focus on defense has been prominent and visible. Take a look of how from 2016 to 2020, and we are here comparing China, which is in red. In yellow, we show you, in China is in red, and here in India, and green is Pakistan, to help you understand that there has been a steady increase with regard to the defense spending. Many have said that it should be more, there should be more prominence. Many have said should it focus on other sectors. But for now, for the government, defense remains a stable growth, and defense GDP ratio here with regard to the budget has been, as you can see from the financial year 17, there has been ups and downs that it has seen with regard to the GDP, which means how the economy has been performing at that point. But it was 2.13. From 2.45, it had risen from 2.25 to 2.45 by 21 in financial year, and then 2.13 that it was in financial year 2022, 2.15% in financial year 23. Defense remains focused with regard to the government. It has seen and witnessed a lot of initiatives, specifically with regard to the Atmanirbhar Bharat and the manufacturing that is being done within India as well.